with you. When you sit feverishly to yourself and just see somebody for the first time and send the energy of hate to them without knowing who they are, without seeing the light right here, by looking at somebody with a child that I dislike this very much, where they say disabled and on the spectrum and all these things, because they actually came here to teach us something. They did not come here to be fixed or identified. When you see that on a soul level, you realize, oh my gosh, that's an advanced soul who chose this earth path as an autistic, as a child on the spectrum, as somebody who you don't call normal, to break down the structures of what we say identity. This is the right identity to be a human being. And immediately in our minds, we start to judge, oh my gosh, I'm so happy I'm not that parent. How does that child manage? You know how they managed? They chose not to forget that they're loved. And they came here to teach us love beyond boundaries. It's amazing when the angels show you the energy that you imprint when you look on a child who's like that, or an individual, and you send an energy of pity to them. They say, what will that do to them? Energetically, you're causing more shadows in this world. Look at them and understand the love that they came to give, because they came to show you that love is beyond words. That's why they don't speak. Their souls chose not to speak. Their souls chose not to walk upright and have the full 5 fingers and toes functioning. Their souls chose to teach you that unconditional love has no boundaries and no identity. It just is. This is what we forgot. And I had some pretty tedious lessons with this when I realized, oh my gosh, I'm an empath. I always say that. My guides taught me one day in the park. Yeah, but although you're empathic and you are watching all these beautiful children in their own identified ways as spectrum, there was a moment that you looked at one of them and said, oh my God, it must be hard. And they showed me energetically why that child started to act up. They said, your energy did that. So imagine a whole nation of people who are sending their energy somewhere else of hate and pain. You know what I mean? Imagine what that does to that counterpart who receiving it. So when you have a thought and when you choose not to give love to yourself and others, everything that you experience in this world is because of your choices. And I'll never stop for saying that, because I've witnessed it. And I've seen how a simple change of choosing instead to pour love and look at another person as an aspect or a mirror of yourself. And slowly you see these beings and these structures start to fall. The political system, the education system, the way we choose to eat, they start to fall. Why? Because you are the architects of it, because you're starting to choose to think differently. Do you understand? So the education system eventually will change, where children are allowed to be creative, where we are pouring into them instead of like harnessing them in a particular way like they're slaves. And we can actually choose to allow our bodies now to tell us what it needs to be healthy, instead of eating everything synthesized, because now we are choosing from the thought that we have, I pour into me, which means I allow my body now to repel the things that I don't need and to harness the things that I do need. And we don't need to find ourselves where we have to be on the grind every day, losing the energy that I have to do this thing to earn only one tangible currency to pay out to other beings. Now we are allowing ourselves to tap into our intuitive creativeness so we can create the gifts that comes natural to us. So we also have that to sustain us for abundance. Do you understand? So it's a lot that's unpacking in the next couple of years. It's a very exciting time to be on this planet, because people will simply start to ask, and they are already, what's my purpose? It's because their hearts are simply starting to open up like this rose. And it's ushering this question within them. You deserve more. What are you going to choose today? You know, you can do this thing that you did at 3 years old that they told you would never manifest to anything. It's time to do that now. This creative art that you love, your speaking ability, just being the beautiful being that you are and allowing people to heal just in your presence.
Baby, give me 7 weeks and something that I've never.
It's a lot we have to do with energy, but slowly but surely, It's either we do it by choice or things will just start to happen that causes us to simply say, "Oh, we hit rock bottom and enough is enough."